Surprise!
Hey.
We're back!
We
It was
got
a surprise for us too.
You guys thought we were going live then. We had the pre-rolls, so you know you got pranked.
Gotcha. Do you know who else got pranked? XL in game number 2 of this series.
Yes, I mean it was one of those situations where they kind of underestimate their opponents. Game 1, they were like, "Yep, it worked." Game 2 is like, "Okay."
Game 2 was like fast wheels, baby. Give me the hooks.
God, what a performance! What a player! What a gamer! And you know, he always hits something. Sometimes it's a minion. Sometimes it's a champion.
But he
hit
didn't
something.
miss. He didn't miss.
That's the main thing. So, gotta give a lot of credit. Fast Wheels, you're looking good.
You miss 100% of the hooks you don't take.
That's the thing I always say. I'm like, if you're gonna sit back on Blitzcrank and just chill.
Don't play like Soraka, yeah.
Yeah, if your hook isn't permanently on cooldown, what are you doing? You just want to be throwing those out because, you know.
It's not actually true.
No, it's not. But like, if you know those game-changing 1 in a million hooks, do you know what the answer is? You throw a million hooks and then you guaranteed one of them. That's how it works.
If you're ever struggling because you're hitting too many minions with your hooks on Blitzcrank, just run Smite, dude. And then you can smite the minion out of the way.
No, but in all seriousness, obviously, a lot of the pressure from having that hook can obviously mean a lot, not just throwing it out. But overall, I think the draft was intelligent coming out from Barrage. I think they adapted well to XL's excelling. I guess that's all I can really call it. XL doing their XL things.
Yeah,
I think Barrage, they adapted well. They had good answers in each lane, but now they are on the rev side. They will ban away that Yuumi. I like to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't like to see Yuumi.
Look at this, the respect from XL banning away the Pantheon.
Them banning away his Pantheon. Well, it shows they're not willing to first pick it and they don't want to play against it.
Which is crazy because Kasing literally mained Pantheon
I will
support last
say, though,
season.
I think support Pantheon is a lot weaker than solo lane Pantheon. I think it goes probably for me solo lane, maybe then jungle and support. I know Kasing mained it loads, but they don't want to first pick it because it's changed. When Kasing was playing it before, it was sleeper. People weren't playing it that much. Now it is the 100% priority pick at World's Plains.
Kasing is too hipster for that, man.
Yeah.
Once everyone else is playing it,
He's
not
going to
that
bring out
fussed
something
about
like Swain support. He wants to be different. He wants to be unique.
Support's pretty good, dude.
I played it with a Jin the other day. Level 1 though, enemy team invade.
Yeah, the
I get a
follow-up.
5-man W. So at level 1 I had 5 stacks. I was like, let's go. And then obviously the route, it was great. Anyway, moving on. But you see the card this ban coming out. Makes more sense here. A lot of these
Because
teams,
there isn't a jungler locked in yet.
yes, because there isn't anything locked in yet. And when you see the Kale Yuumi ban away from Barrage, will they take away the Xayah? They were not willing to see that as a first pick. They will. This means Syndra is available as a first pick if they want it. Renekton also is something that was taken off the cards that's now been freed up. Both flexes.
Can we just talk about the fact that this is so much more respect from XL than we've seen the other 2 games, right? All 3 bans are legitimate target bans or just serious bans. Syndra first pick, very legitimate first pick in this current
It's
meta.
what I said. I said they will do this until they lose a game, then they will get serious. This seems to be XL getting serious. They have the flexibility that Syndra can go bot or mid. Question is, what will Barrage answer in this situation? Akali was something that was banned away despite the nerfs and is, again, another flex pick. Picking up these flexible champions means you have a lot of options. Question is, will Barrage take a jungler here? Or is there something else they want to pick up? Maybe an 80 carry support? Because I feel like you don't want to give away where this Akali is going.
We'll have to see what they're going to go for here. Wouldn't be surprised to see something like a jungler locked in and actually taking that away from the likes of Special.
Critically, I mean, again, also from Tax, but critically, the Rek'Sai is banned.
Yeah.
So that typical answer is off the cards, but there is something in terms of level 3 strength. Lee Sin is up there, but another champion who can go toe-to-toe is that Kiana. And again, still a flexible pick. You can put the Cinder bot, put that mid, but actually seen the Malphite come out. This is something I've seen.
We could see a Yasuo locked in here as well. Combo with the Malphite is something we've seen Special play before. I don't know what Jeskler's like on the Yasuo.
I'm not the biggest fan, but I do like the Malphite. So I've been seeing a lot more of the Malphite.
I like the idea anyway.
I've been seeing a lot more of the Malphite, particularly as like an AP Malphite.
Yeah.
Because once you snowball, it's just like, what's the counterplay? It's like you have to flash the ult or you just die. Or you need Zhonya's.
Yeah.
It's the only way to evade it. And it's one of those junglers, or you can play it in a solo lane, where once you get going, it's really strong. It definitely won't be mid. because obviously I expect to see the Syndra mid. We have Jasper on that Kai'Sa, and that doesn't mean they've revealed where the Syndra is going. So honestly, Barrage could take an Echo here if they wanted as an answer, but instead they want to keep the Akali as a flex, and they put the Ezreal down the bot lane. It's a safe pick, but it does mean KDO, if he gets dived on by the Kai'Sa, Ezreal, yes, he can dash away, but can't really go toe-to-toe with the Kai'Sa in those close-range fights. More so offers things from range, but the big thing it says to me is, oh no, that's a Malphite. I don't want to get hit.
Yeah. Having that innate safety from the Malphite ultimate. We'll see if KDO is going to be able to survive during those fights. Now onto the bans. It's going to be Gangplank taken away by Barrage. It's going to be Braum taken off the table by the likes of XL.
Yeah, so just wanting to shut down something that does well into the Syndra. Also does well on the Kai'Sa, because I said the situations where she dives in, Braum can block her damage and turn the things in Ezreal's favor. Makes sense to ban that way. Now Barrage. Then banning the Gangplank says what I was thinking. This may well be a jungle Malphite. Has seen a bit of prevalence. Originally, it was picked up, I believe, I saw it first in the Ultra League. I think it was Syncroft or Agras. Yeah, I think it was Syncroft, and he played it into Azir because it has that, you know, insane killing power that even an Azir can't withstand. So it offers that element here, but really you haven't seen anything from Barrage that offers a super large amount of safety. It is like decent against those champions if you lock them down, but the issue is there's so much mobility. If you miss that ultimate, that's that like 80% of Malphite's kit is that ultimate. It's so much weight, and if you don't connect it, you're going to be in trouble. And to the Blitzcrank respect band away from fast wheels.
Yeah, the respect ban onto fast wheels there. So he is actually going to be legged once again, unless he locks in something like the Cassiopeia. I really hope that he doesn't, though, because that would be a bit of a throw.
Yeah.
The Shen lock-in, though, could be Icebreaker, could also be fast-legged.
Yep, keeps it as a flex. So now they'll see what XL are going to pick up in response. Ticks down.
Silas, all right.
No, Camille in the end. So Camille's something that does decent into Shen, I'd say, in terms of scaling. But again, you don't know if it's going to be a Shen top lane. It could still could still go into another area, and mainly the support for fast leg. Now it comes down to what XL are going to pick in the support lane focusing. I expect we're going to see this as a jungle Malphite overall. I'm not sold on Malphite support. So Renekton.
So Renekton
So it is going to be a Malphite support.
Yeah, I expect Renekton in the mid lane, Camille top, Malphite support.
Unless it's a Camille support.
I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, honestly, on that side. Let's take a look.
Is actually effective. You know how I said about all those mobility champs?
Yeah.
Can't get out of the ultimatum.
That is very true. Do you know who's really good against that in terms of bot lane? Tristana. Because you just knock her out of the ultimatum and then you bounce away.
You've already picked the Ezreal. They do take the Rumble in the end, which is technically a flex. You can flex between mid and top with that Akali, but in the end, I expect D.Va to take the Akali. I expect Icebreak on this Rumble. And now we have the joy of seeing where everything's going for XL.
Flexel, baby.
Yeah, I think it is going to be the Malphite jungle, and then I think it's going to be Renekton top and Camille support. I think they're going to switch over in a couple of seconds. We're just going to wait and see. And yeah, I mean, it has some answers in terms of the mobility from them, because it obviously stops them from leaving that circle.
Is Syndra and Kai'Sa bot, maybe, honestly? Taxa's going mid again with the Renekton. Special's going jungle on the Malphite. This is the final lock-in here. They could still swap roles.
Why would you?
But you wouldn't. Why would you
go double TP bot lane though?
I don't know.
Or maybe it's Taxa playing Renekton. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know, we can spend all day guessing. At the end of the day, they're doing something weird again. So we thought they'd get serious after game one. I'm gonna say they.
Hang on, 1 second here. You thought they'd get serious after game one. I said they're still just going to kind of meme around. They're just going to win instead.
Yeah, which they could be doing. Which could happen. But I feel like a bit of disrespect again. I'm not as sold, though.
It's not like in the same level as game one was,
yeah.
though.
I'm not as sold on the draft from Barrage as well here. I feel like they have some strong team fighting tools. They have the Rumble that can set the side lanes. But overall, like, 5v5, they will lose because of the Malphite. Because of things like the Malphite have a great front line on the side of XL. I think they're just going to struggle to beat them in those all-out 5v5s. And then split push, I mean, you're dealing with the likes of Camille, who's always going to be an issue in those side lanes. You have the Kai'Sa as well. It's very easy for a Kai'Sa just to join in on the side lane kill the target, and then they both TP in the fight. I feel like despite all the flexes, all the craziness, I give XL the edge here. But you know, if they have people on champions they're not used to playing, it could definitely give things over in favor to the side of Barrage.
I mean, we've seen that Barrage are able to take the games if they're given the opportunity.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of this is going to come down to how well XL are going to work as a unit. The biggest issue last game was that XL would just totally split the entire game. Jeskler consistently, when he died, he was 1 or 2
That's
versus
why they
4 or
both
5.
took TP now, because now he'll always be with
No one's ever out of position.
When everyone's got TP, everyone's there.
Once everyone has TP, no one does. Wait, that quote doesn't work. All right, let's jump into our game right here as we head into game number 3 of the series, XL against Barrage. It's time to find out who's going to be able to take this series. XL have been pushed to a 3rd game by Barrage. They have upset the apple cart here. They've upset the norm. And the question is, what will XL do to return things to their natural balance?
You can tell they're sweating about this one. The fact that they're willing to bring out these clutch XL picks, like the Predator Malphite Jungle. It says a lot. And I was right. I was absolutely right. It is the Camille support. There's just been some role
Sendo
hopping.
playing the support, though. Kasing going to be on Kai'Sa.
And Jeskler going to be on the Syndra, the mid lane. And Taxit in the end, top lane with that TP. So I was right. I was correct.
So they
about lane allocation.
They must have traded again after the draft came off the screen, because Renekton had the Ignite.
It may have just been, sometimes there's a
Maybe
visual
it just bugged
spectator,
or something.
Yeah. Either way, this is what we're dealing with right now. So Malphite with Predator, not the greatest ganker, but Predator does shore that up a bit. But once you hit level 6, it's Malphite, baby. Easy days.
Let's see how this one is going to go. I think a lot of the pressure here is going to be on Monkeys on this Lee Sin as well. If he can punish Special during the early stages of the game, obviously Malphite, if he's used his Q on one of the jungle camps, is not going to be able to duel a Lee Sin. Obviously, that is going to depend on priority from the lanes as well.
I mean, the big thing is if he's low HP, Lee Sin has the execute, can easily blow him up. That is the big thing that I'm looking to see. If Special is found isolated, low from clearing, he will be vulnerable, but we're going to wait and see. But as you said, I agree. Monkeys is the one who we're looking to make the plays here. He has to be proactive, because if he just waits till 6, Special will be more impactful.
Jeskler with the Syndra top lane here up against Rumble. Certainly an interesting matchup. Icebreaker taking a huge amount of damage already.
This is
one
not
versus
fun.
one.
I mean, the Renekton's a decent matchup in the Akali, because obviously when she shrouds, you can still, if you can get that stun off in time, you can still combo her. Syndra into the Rumble, it's a vulnerable pick because you're immobile. Look how pushed up Jeskler is. But in the 1v1, you should absolutely crush it.
You can see Icebreaker has gone full defensive on his masteries as well. Does have the Nimbus cloak as well as the bone plating. So we'll be able to withstand a lot of the punishment coming out from Jeskler. But even with such defensive masteries, he's still going to be taking a huge amount of damage during this laning phase. Monkeys obviously has been spotted out by this ward. And in a second, that'll time out and he'll know that he's been spotted.
Yeah, Jeskler just going to back away. It needs to, because there's so much threat from a gank when you're in such a long lane compared to mid. But now, Jeskler having priority means he can move down, help secure that Scuttle Crab for the Malphite, give him some advantages, and it's very difficult to steal away a Scuttle from a Syndra. So obviously you can just pick it up and throw it wherever she wants.
Taxa running with this Renekton in the mid lane is something we've seen a lot of worlds, but here we go, engaging the bottom side of the map. Sendo the target, he's very low on HP already. Ignite comes in, another auto lands. I don't think he quite burns down. First blood to Kasing in the end. It's traded 1-for-1. Fast-legged has to dash away.
Overall, it's usually a win to kill the AD carry. I will say advantage to XL because the kill was on Kasing, but now TP coming in. They're looking for Kasing.
Taunt was there. KDO will be able to blink on forward. No, hasn't leveled his E yet, so Kasing will walk away.
Are you I think it might actually be because he E'd. It's on such a long cooldown since the nerfs. There's no way he didn't level it. It would seem insane to me. I think it's on like a 23-second cooldown level 1.
Maybe.
And I think he wanted to hit the Q to reset the cooldown. Didn't land it and then realized he wasn't going to get the kill. So I think that was the issue there. I mean, that's the advantage. Barrage able to bring 2 members there quicker because I have the TP on the member who died. But the kill goes over to Xing. He's feeling comfortable now with his pickaxe. Now they look.
Ooh. That was a close one, but the recall does finish off for the side of Fast Leg there. We'll be able to head back to base. Jeskler going to have to do the same up towards this top side. Icebreaker will be able to push a huge wave under the tower there. TP is available for Jeskler though.
Yeah, now he's stacked up on some mana items. He knows one of the issues playing versus a manaless champion when you have to use your own resources to clear is that in the long extended laning phases you will struggle. So he's picked up double Dorans and that Dark Seal. In response, Icebreaker going to get a little bit MR, a little bit AP. And I think he will match him on a TP, yep.
So heading back on into the lane. It's a much slower game than the other ones have been in this series so far. And we'll see who's going to be the first one to pull the trigger. But I have to say the slower game definitely favors XL here. Monkeys on an early aggressive jungler. XL, they have to wait until level 6 before Special really can do that much.
But now they're looking to make something happen. Flash for Fast Legged.
Oh, gets the flash taunt. Beautifully done. Kissing the target. And he will surely go down. Finished off in the end. Monkeys takes one last shot, but walks away with his life. Good
moves from Fast Leg there to find the taunt. He saved his flash after all those plays in the bot lane. Knew everyone else did not have that up and available. The play coming out, and as we said, Monkeys needs to make his presence known on this map before Special hits 6.
Dude, Barrage are doing it, man. Another early game lead coming out from them. The question is, what else can they do with this one? Sendo taking a bit of punishment as Fast Leg doing a really good job of landing these taunts so far in this lane. Another minion wave shoved under tower for Jeskler, but he is starting to build himself up a CS lead. If he can get a bunch of those minions, he's going to be about 6 or 8 up by the end of that one. Fantastic stuff coming out from him towards that top side of the map. But the question is, can Monkeys keep this ball rolling? The flashes are down currently from the side of XL in that bottom side of the map.
And the big thing is playing around bot lane. There's an Infernal Dragon up. It is the lane you want to be making the pressure on. D.Va gonna look for this here.
D.Va goes on in. Taxa immediately pops that Dominus. D.Va does not know where to go, doesn't know how to get out of this one. Will be slowed on up, but Monkeys is here. Taxa will walk away. Dominus is about to end there.
Special now has the ultimate available though. Got some XP from that wave. D.Va might have to flash this one if you want to evade it, but instead he's going to back off and a plate goes over the side of XL. It's a pretty big win for them. And burning D.Va's ult. It's a massive tool for the Akali, and since the nerfs is a longer cooldown in the early game.
Yeah, really good stuff coming out from the side of XL, and they still are going to have Special's ultimate available. It's such a powerful tool. Monkeys and Fast Legged are going to be here. D.Va is still over in the mid lane, but it's going to be 3 versus 3, and with Special hitting level 6, I think this might go the way of XL. In he goes.
Nice
D.Va flashes it. Beautifully done. And now comes the collapse. Equalizer across the middle of the lane. Sendo going to be taunted on up, and KDO there to finish off the kill. Sendo just buying time right now, but eventually he will end up going down. Sonic Wave comes out from Monkeys just to finish the job.
Good play from Barrage. They read it perfectly, and XL bring only 3 members against the 5 of Barrage, and now they're rewarded with the Infernal Drink. It's only 1 kill. But considering Special invested his ultimate, which is so high value, and they got nothing. Really good play from Barrage, and honestly, great from D.Va to flash away from the unstoppable force, and rewards an Infernal. It's a great one to pick up in the early levels.
It really is fantastic stuff coming out from Barrage. 3-1 right now on the scoreboard. They've got themselves the gold lead, and so far, doing a great job of reading what XL wants to do. The fact that they are all there, prepared for this play. They know that Special's hit 6. They know he's around the mid lane. Everybody's ready for the counter gank.
And it was all 5 members, bringing Icebreaker as well to ensure that the play would go down with that equalizer. Smart moves from them. That's like, got to be pretty close to this level 6 point, and that's when he has that Stand United available, when he can assist the other lanes. A massive tool for the likes of an Akali when she wants to dive deep. Honestly, Icebreaker's done pretty well in this 1v1 matchup. I thought it would, especially from the early levels, would go worse, but now as I say that,
a lot of damage coming in, but those defensive masteries, like I was saying before, he's so tanky. He has that null magic mantle as well for himself. very difficult for Jessica to finish that Rumble off.
And the thing is, you've seen Jessica's you burn all that mana for that trade. If you don't kill him, you're just left with nothing less. Icebreaker will continuously have his cooldowns available, no mana cost. He's fine to keep going. In the end, he wins the war of attrition.
He's going to be able to head back to base here. Actually has to stay because Jessica is going to stay as well. Jessica completely right here. So Icebreaker can theoretically push another wave, but he's been baited. Special coming up towards top side. Ultimate available here. Icebreaker the target. Stand United comes through, but it's way too little. And that's going to be a kill.
Yeah, no way that was going to work unless he managed to flash a point-blank unstoppable force, which is extremely difficult to do. Fastleg just ends up burning the ult for nothing, which is a pretty big hit. One of the things I always say with a Shen is how much impact are you getting out of that ultimate? Your first one, you hope for a kill. Even better if it leads to an objective. But here, he's just put on cooldown for nothing. And it's often... When I see a Shen, I want them to be aggressive. I want them to be making proactive plays. And that was not a proactive play. That was a defensive play. And in the end, didn't change the course of it.
And one of the biggest things as well is that cooldown is a very long cooldown in the early game. Before you have any CDR built up for yourself, before you've got multiple levels in it, it will take a long time to get that available again. I'm curious to see what the likes of Barrage are going to do in the meantime, whether Monkeys is still going to look for plays or if they just kind of pause the game until Stand United is available again.
That is the question, and it means that Special is able just to wait out and have his ult available again. But it looks like Monkeys, he's happy just to start up this Rift Herald, go and handle that one because there isn't too much threat. As I said, yes, the Stand United's down, but so is Special's ultimate. And Malphite is a champion who is gated by his ult.
Well, speaking of Malphite, he's going to be heading down towards this bottom lane. Unstoppable Force about to become available. We'll see if anyone from the side of Barrage steps on up. Obviously, KDO has his flash available, will have his arcane shift available as well. Will he predict that a special is there and has the ultimate available? In the meantime, XL going to be pressured by this Rift Herald. A couple of plates going down. D.Va getting a lot of the gold there. The Herald,
take that.
Herald dodging Tax's autos there as he turns around.
But you'll take that. You got 3 plates pretty easy off that Herald. Nice gold influx for the side of Barrage. But the thing is, they brought Icebreaker down, and in return, Jaskler able to get a plate of his own. And Equalizer actually had to burn to clear that wave out. Icebreaker feeling good pressure to this matchup on the top side. Jaskler will just keep pushing if you leave him alone.
But Icebreaker's actually doing a pretty decent job of CSing under tower, which on Rumble is surprisingly difficult to do. Obviously, you do have to manage your energy, and the Flame Spitter, sorry, quite difficult to CS with if you're not used to it. So Icebreaker's showing a good amount of experience on this champion, showing that he knows what he's doing. Sando actually body blocking the Q damage there from Kissing. But here comes Monkeys. They want to make a play right now. Fastleg going to be stepping off forward. Has the flash available. Goes for it, but Sendo predicts it. Kick down onto Kissing, though. Anyway, they're going to get this kill. Sendo trades it. Both teleports now being channeled as Taxa immediately has to try and get away from this one. D.Va goes on in, but Taxa flashes to safety. Now, Icebreaker's in trouble as Special went on in the top lane. Electrocutes there, and it's going to be a kill going the way of Jeskler.
And making plays across the map. But although it's only a 1-for-1 trade in the bot lane, XL make the play top. It goes off without a hitch, and now they're able to apply some pressure onto this top lane tower. You do see in return, KDO and Fastleg are chipping away at the bot tower. So it'll be a fairly even trade with the kill advantage to XL.
Kill advantage XL, but when it comes to tower plates, they are going to trade just about evenly here. KDO and Fastleg look like they want more as well. Obviously, Ezreal pretty good at pushing through these towers because of his W, but those last 2 plates always very difficult to push on through. Sendo has arrived. Kissing about to get here as well. They can't quite finish the play off.
Yeah, they wanted to get it. 15 seconds left on them, but the end.
Oh, they got it.
Does go down. The minions do it for them, so honestly, pretty good trade. Now they're in position to go for this Ocean Dragon.
D.Va's in trouble here. He's getting chased up here by Special, but I think he's going to walk away with his life anyway. Ocean Drake will go down. Barrage grabbed that one for themselves. That's 2 Drakes on the board already.
And a very even game overall. Barrage edging ahead with these Drakes advantage. In a pretty comfortable position here. And now, Fastleg is on a ward, so I don't think they're going to step up too far. But they are ultless, have to be careful to a degree. And now, as you said, those plates make it hard to chip with the tower. But with them down, Jessica can use his priority in the lane to start to put real damage onto this tower.
Sendo narrowly dodges the Sonic Wave there. Or in fact, it was just a Mystic Shot coming out from KDO instead. But Monkeys, the real Sonic Wave is going to be in this mid lane. Taxa kicked away so that the Sonic Wave can guarantee it lands. Despite both gap closers landing onto Taxa, neither of them goes in. Monkeys goes down. Taxa with the 2v1. Barrage bite off way more than they can chew. And Taxa happy to punish.
And Monkeys, he didn't want to go in because he respected the burst from the Renekton. But in the end, he didn't respect it enough. Taxa dives in and blows him up. This Lee Sin very squishy, and with only a Hex Drinker, nothing to offer against the physical damage of the Crocodile. Taxa good to turn that one around and gonna help him get close to that Spirit Sojourn, which is a massive power spike for that Renekton. But in the top lane, we see Jeskla. The attrition is there. 450 gold in his pockets for that first tower. Icebreaker just unable to do anything against that constant shoving power off the Syndra.
Looks like D.Va wants to get this turret, but Taxa doing a great job of defending here, and the rest of the squad arriving as well. Twilight Shroud will keep D.Va alive for now. Has the flash, doesn't even need it though. Walks away to safety.
Yeah, uses the ultimate to get away, one of the tools for Carly, but the cooldown has been nerfed on this patch, so it's pretty long not having that in his hands. And now that Special has that unstoppable force available, has Runic Echoes and the Sorcerer Shoes, is a very dangerous target to deal with. D.Va wants to get that tower. It's so tempting, but you can't go for it when Special's there. Now Jessica will TP in to defend, and his wave clear is just going to make a definite non-factor.
Really nice job so far by XL to defend that mid tower and the bottom tower. Both of them so low on HP, but XL really, really good map play to make sure that they aren't losing these objectives, because not necessarily about the gold that you give away, more about the presence on the map that you concede when you do lose those towers. Jeskla, once again, doing a great job on the farm. That's been consistently the case this series, but Fastlight going to be stunned on up. And actually forced up in the Hextech Ultimatum. There's a follow-up from Special and an easy kill for the likes of XL. And
that's the power of that duo I was waiting to see. Hextech Ultimatum means you can't use your mobility to get out. You're going to get hit by the Unstoppable Force, but now Taxa looking for Icebreaker.
He wants to find this fight. Spirit Shojin will mean his cooldowns are incredibly low here. Does manage to get onto Icebreaker, who is not having a fun time on this Rumble.
Absolutely isn't. Didn't expect to go up against the Syndra in the early game. Has been challenged quite significantly, and now Taxa with that Spirit Sojourn is in a really strong position to just punish him in the 1v1.
So far, D.Va has been very quiet this game. 0-0-0. He's not been killed, but he's not found any kills for himself yet either. He's not been a part of anything his team has achieved so far. But this could all be changing as they go in onto Jeskla. There's an assist for him. And well, D.Va is officially on the board.
And that's one of the things, is that you have this immobile Syndra. We're looking to see it get punished. It's coming pretty late, but finally the play goes off. And D.Va, as you said, now on the board. We'll get that mid tower he's been waiting so long for, and can now move the pressure down bot. That bot tier 2, tier 1, sorry, looked pretty weak.
Oh, beautiful ultimate from Special. D.Va going to be denied from escaping right there. Kasing going to be the target in the bottom lane as D.Va walks away. And it was, in fact, Kasing that went down. Sendo going to be the next on the chopping block. Red buff taken away. Monkeys, can he land the Sonic Wave? So much pressure, and he manages to find it.
Good read from him, and honestly, Kasing and Sendo overstepping. They should have known that Barrage were putting the pressure down bot and flanking, especially with no ult.
Here we go. It's going to be Special, the target this time. And it's D.Va with another kill on the board. XL are actually falling apart a little bit. They're starting to lose tempo across this map.
Yeah, and Icebreaker throwing the ult down as well. Oh, Jeskla unable to find. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing with a Malphite. You are so ult-reliant. Without it, you are essentially just useless. And we're going to replay that. And this is a situation where Kasing and Sendo got greedy. They looked for KDO. They should have respected that the pressure wasn't on their side from the rest of their team. And sure, they put some damage on the fast leg, but you can then block the auto attacks. It's a great taunt. And then it's just Barrage favor from then on out. They bring the numbers down. They're working well as a team, and this is something that was praised from them last week and what we wanted to see. They have some standout players in the roster. Monkeys, who's been so consistent in the UK scene, but finally we're seeing the sort of form we expected. And yes, you can make the argument XL maybe not be taking this completely seriously in terms of picks, but in this game, they have actively been trying to win it.
They have been trying to win this one. And honestly, like when you actually look at the picks that XL have here, it's not as troll as we've seen from them in the past. Like the Camille support, sure, it's unconventional, but it's not the first time we've seen serious teams play unconventional picks, and it's not like Camille support has no positives to it.
It makes sense into the Ezreal when you're with the Malphite, because it means he is a viable target for that ultimate. Yes, there are some weird things, but...
Dude, Barrage legitimately could take a series off of XL here. That is legitimately the game state we are at. This is very even between the two teams, and Barrage are being proactive. They're looking for plays. They're looking for ways to extend the lead. They have 2 Drakes for themselves. And this is a big deal. If XL falls to Barrage here, the first games that Jeskala's playing as well, that is big news for them.
Oh, that was so nice.
Absolutely clean as anything in this top lane. That's a tower for Barrage.
They even had the Stand United, but didn't need it. They layered the kick for Monkus so well. Taxa couldn't even press his ultimate. That Spirit Sojin, pretty useless if you're not able to get your ult off. And Jeskala's going to pressure on the other side.
Sendo's here though. Icebreaker is absolutely doomed there. 3 versus 1. Special takes a huge amount of damage. D.Va wants to finish this one off, goes into his Twilight Shroud. They know which part of the Shroud he's in, but he actually gets 2 kills for himself. D.Va, you absolute machine.
And that's with the low health bars, the ult unavailable for special. He could just clean up that skirmish. Great play coming out from him, and we said it was a quiet game for D.Va. A quiet game no longer. He's popping off.
Barrage are here to make a statement. They will not be bullied by XL. Huge plays coming out from D.Va, and most importantly, confidence across the board from Barrage.
Now you see Barrage starting up the Baron. This is confident. If anything, XL have 3 members. They are looking to contest.
They are not going to be intimidated here. Texa stepping on forward, goes into all 5 members, but he's just not tanky enough to do that yet. Baron on 6,000 HP. D.Va wants to jump on in, kissing very low, just narrowly dodges the true shot. Barrage, this is surely going to be Baron taken on away. Smite is fantastic, and it's another kill as Sendo goes in. Barrage are snowballing.
And I was saying this game is close. It favors XL. They have the team fighting power, but Barrage finds some great skirmishes, and if you underestimate them, they will bring the numbers. D.Va pops off huge. They get the Baron, and now 5,000 gold up. This is Barrage's game to lose.
I can't believe what I'm witnessing right here. Barrage are here to stay. 5,000 gold lead. They've got the tower advantage. They've got 2 Drakes, and now they've got the Baron as well. It's time to set up this split push. It's time to set up the siege. It's time to see what Barrage are made of.
This is where so many teams can drop the ball. You have the Baron, you overstep, you misallocate your lanes. XL can just negate all that pressure. Barrage need to play this effectively to get the objectives they want. All the tier 2s still up and available on the map. They want to break through those at least. That's a good condition for the first Baron as you get all the outer towers. A little bit of a vision battle coming in. You've got to respect that Malphite, that engaged potential, the burst potential with his full AP build.
And it's important
scary.
It's important to bear in mind that D.Va is in the bottom lane right now and does not have teleport available. So Baron or not, you cannot take a 4v5. You're not ahead enough where that will work.
Especially when it's your 3-0 level 15 Akali. Ooh. You need D.Va in the fights because he is so strong right now.
D.Va has been tearing this one up. We saw the double kill in the bottom lane. It was absolutely magnificent from him. And I'm excited about what we're seeing from D.Va as well. He has some clean mechanics across the course of this series.
D.Va's always been a player who's been praised, but it hasn't shown up in competitive. He's been praised in scrims. He's been praised for being a talented player. And even when Barrage was struggling in the summer split, I was speaking to Fastlog and he was saying that D.Va was the one still performing in scrims consistently, and he is finally able to show those performances on stage. Jeskala and Taxa both having to be there to answer him.
Yeah.
but he's wise to it. He doesn't step up, and he's perfectly safe.
And because he's setting up this fantastic position in the bottom lane, actually looking for kills here, does dash away.
Oh, he just plays with them.
3 people in the bottom lane right now. Everybody's pushing on the top side, but D.Va is looking for Sendo. Forces an ignite out, but he goes back in, finds a kill onto Sendo. Jeskla now trying to dish out the damage. All 5 members have to answer.
And they bring all 5, and Barrage go, fine, we're just going to take your top lane inhibitor tower. The ult comes
the
in.
recalls?
Stops 2
of them.
That means they do have the Malphite back, and they do have the Syndra, but they're not going to be able to do anything. Top lane inhibitor, you'll take that trade any day of the week. D.Va buys time, trades a kill.
This is unbelievable. Barrage are outplaying across the map against XL. If you told me I would say that later today, this morning, I would have called you a madman. This is unbelievable macro performance coming out from Barrage. They might just be able to finish this one off.
They're just playing it smart. They know what they have to do, and D.Va has been a standout performer in this Akali, absorbing the pressure, and then Barrage confident. That's the main thing, is just the confidence with the cause. They're not willing to sort of second-guess themselves, even against a team like XL, who finished our regular split and our playoffs in 2nd place, one of the LEC sister teams. Despite that, they know they have the lead, they know they have the advantage, and they're not afraid to push it. They have come off that reset. So, Super Minions pushing the top side. They're going to look to get this Ocean Dragon and then regain control of the red side jungle, sorry. You can see lots of pink wards up from XL. They're trying to set some bait here. You can see Kasing hiding with Taxa. They're wanting to pick someone out as they look for this vision, because Barage's plan's very clear. They want to push those tier 2s on the bot side. But now Icebreaker's been flanked.
Yeah, Icebreaker's in a lot of trouble. Equalizer misses everything. Icebreaker actually flashes away. Munkers gets a kick. Fastlegged is in the middle of this fight. Most of the players of Barrage do escape here. In the meantime, D.Va's head towards this mid lane. They're looking for a tier 2. I think they might be able to get it.
Good play from XL. They take out one of the members. And critically, it means that the Baron push is going to be negated and overall just end, but they still get that tier 2 mid. And they have to invest so much to guarantee the kill. Special throwing his Malphite ult in just to ensure that they get something in again.
Yeah.
Once that ult is not available for the Malphite, it's not just a regular Malphite who's going to be a tank in the team fights. It's AP Malphite. His ult is his only real tool. He needs that up to make an impact. And with it down, XL just have to turtle again. 1 minute on this Baron.
Once he hits level 16, that ult cooldown will reduce a lot. But let's bear in mind, he is not tanky, and D.Va knows it. Forces the flash. D.Va flashed as well, though.
Yeah, but I would say flash on the Malphite a lot more valuable. Cuts down that engage potential when his ult is up. And you've seen the cooldown is available now. But the flash and him having to go back to base makes it tricky. So Barrage will just take that bot lane tier 2. And now, we said the goal for the first Baron, you want to get all of the outer towers. Not only have they achieved that, they broke the base and got an inhibitor top lane. It is the worst inhibitor to have when Baron spawning, though, because obviously it's close to the Baron for setting up the waves.
Yeah.
But even so, Barrage, now, 25 seconds on that Baron. They got Double Ocean, they got Infernal, they have a 6,000 gold lead just shy of it. They're in a good position for this game, and XL need a miracle. They need a massive team fight on the back of Special's ult to find their way back in this game.
Now, if you are an XL fan, this is by no means over. Bear in mind, you've got Kasing there playing on the Kai'Sa. It's something that will indefinitely scale in this game. Kai'Sa will be a big factor the longer the game goes on. We're heading towards this 30-minute mark, but Barrage do have a massive lead. They've got D.Va split pushing down in the bottom side of the map. Teleport is available. They still have the tier 1 in the mid lane. They have so much ability to walk in towards this Baron area.
The thing is, they send Kasing to answer. I think you lose this 1v1. If D.Va lands at Shuriken, you just die.
Here we go. He's going in for the 1v1. It's under this tower, though. Nice flash from Kasing. Is it enough, though? D.Va with the Zhonya's does not have flash available himself. The Shuriken doesn't land, and Kasing gets it. D.Va not quite able to do it.
What a play coming out of Kasing. Yeah. Dodges away from the second charge of the perfect execution with that killer instinct. Finds the windows and takes D.Va out. Shuts down all that split push pressure we were saying could be an issue. And Barrage now going to get engaged on.
Here we go. Time for the fight coming out from XL. This is such a big one for them. Great equalizer to disengage, but Jeskala's here. KDO trying to dish out the damage. Icebreaker stopwatches, but He is going to go down eventually. Stand United, not enough. Monkeys backs away. Everyone's still alive on XL. Health bar starting to get low, though. Taxa has to back away from this one. True Shot Barrage still a way off before it comes available again, so Taxa should be able to get away with his life. Super's now pushing on into the base, though. And even though everybody died, D.Va has teleport available. Barrage could set up for Baron.
Yeah, Icebreaker's TP is available as well if he wants to join late. They're going to look straight towards the Baron. XL try to chain kills, but Barrage are confident. Will this cost them?
Two people have to defend right now from the side of XL. You can see on the minimap they're defending in the base. Half HP on the Baron. Jeskler, nice little scatter. The weakened fast leg is absolutely obliterated. That is going to be the Baron denied. Excellent play from XL. And I tell you what scales indefinitely, mechanics.
And they are playing it so well. Kasing flawless in that play in the bot lane. Jeskler finding these great Scout of the Weeks. And the big thing is, XL, they get one pick and then suddenly they're chaining kill and kill and kill. And we saw a situation where Barrage felt completely in control. They have lost that control. The top lane inhibitor has respawned. XL have found a window to get back in this game. And now they are feeling much more confident.
Man, when XL turn it on, they look so good. These individual plays coming out from the likes of Jeskler, from the likes of Kasing, have been exceptional here in this game. During the early game, it didn't really feel like they were, you know, heart and soul in this one. But the longer this has gone on, the closer they've got to losing, the more you can tell that this matters to XL. And now they're here to play.
They're here to play and they're here to win. And Barrage, they're still very set on that Baron Nash. They're trying to get control of it. They have all 5 members up and they're looking towards a mountain. It would make a big difference for securing that objective. XL are going to push up and they're now pinging towards the Baron. A lot of members from Barrage have headed over to get this Mountain Dragon.
Icebreaker has the teleport available. KDO does not. He's going to have to head over ASAP. And the Baron will be started on up. Sendo going to be waiting in the bush here. Fast-legged. Stepping up to face check. He's going to be alone for now. Sendo going to be spotted out. True Shot Barrage through. Lands onto Kasing. Half HP on the Baron already. Sendo goes in. Monkeys will retreat. The Baron continue to be DPS'd right here. Equalizer across the pit. Here comes Smite Battle. It's going to go the way of Special in the end. Jeskler escapes with his life, but Kasing is going to go down to the likes of D.Va. Oh, kills coming out from Jeskler, though. Fantastic bit of damage from him. Sendo in a 1v1 against Icebreaker. Barrage are winning the fight.
They come out with a team fight win, and despite the power in XL's fighting with the likes of that Malphite, it only hits the support. In the end, yes, they get the Baron, but Barrage get the fight, and they're looking to push down the mid.
40 seconds on these death timers, coming down to 30 seconds now, but there should be at least one inhibitor going down. Barrage can push onto this one. Jeskler needs to be careful how far he pushes his limits right here. This inhib tower will go down. KDO has the damage to finish it off. D.Va with the Zhonya's base Jeskler in, and in goes KDO, but actually might just go down here. Jeskler doing so much work. 1 versus 3, trying to finish the job. He protects his base.
And they don't even take a single inhibitor. I was thinking if they take out Jeskler, they get both mid and top, but in the end, he's able to defend it with some fancy skill shots.
Man, Hyonan out of the roster. Jeskler steps in. He has pressure on his shoulders. They're messing about for most of the series, but once it gets serious, Jeskler showing why he is a high priority player.
And he's been farming up like a monster. 322 CS, hitting that 10 CS per minute mark. 424. Look at the items as well. Has that Rabadons, has that Void Staff to round out his build. He is in such a strong position. And yes, a lot of members of XL died, but they still have a Baron left. Time to see if they can make a push if they are looking towards that mid lane tower. It's been up for such a long time now. And that would allow them more ability to shove into the enemy side of the map and rotate towards objectives like the Elder when it comes up. But for now, Barrage looking to contest this.
Jeskler kept his Baron buff alive, most importantly of all. Despite the fact that they lost that team fight, they did not lose an inhibitor, and they managed to get the Baron buff. You only need it on one player for it to be effective.
Barrage end up burning the Equalizer just to dissuade them off the tower, though. It's going to go down anyway. Without that massive team fight ult, the question is, do you still want to take a fight? Special, now level 16. Has a Rabadons as well. Tons of damage from this Malphite. He looks to be looking.
Won't find a way in just yet. Equalizer, 2/3 of the cooldown completed. It will be available again not too long from now. Barrage might just look for a team fight as the cooldowns do tick away. Obviously, True Shot Barrage especially when you're spamming out those Mystic shots, will cool down very, very quickly. So, you know, the side of Barrage, their ultimate cooldowns are actually very, very short across the board. They can do these big ultimates like the True Shot, like the Equalizer, and reset pretty quickly off the back of it. Special wants to find Unstoppable Force. He's found it onto Monkeys. Goes Golden. KDO trying to be there to protect him. Equalizer comes on through. Monkeys is still alive. Sendo gonna go down next. This is all going the way of Barrage. It's an ace.
They just cleaned up the team fight, and once again, Special commits his ultimate onto one member. Barrage turn around. Monkeys doesn't even go down, and now they're pushing down mid. 40-second death time as Barrage are looking to end the series.
I don't know if they can finish this one just yet. The minions are going to be charging on in with
They
them.
definitely
30
can.
seconds on the death time.
Definitely can. They have the window. They have 5 members up. They have a wave. This game is shut and done for the side of Barrage. They're going to end it here and take this series 2-1. There's no way.
Do not believe my eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, Barrage upset XL UK and take this series 2-1. What a performance coming out from Barrage, beating out XL. Jeskless debut in the UKLC. I'm honestly speechless.
Yeah, and it just... XL obviously did very different things. They didn't seem like... You know, we said the disrespect thing, but they were trying to win irrespective of what they picked, and they just weren't able to find it.
Especially game 3.
Yeah, Barrage just looked like a strong team. They looked like they're playing as a unit. They had good reactions, and yes, there were still moments where they got challenged, where they did fall down. But they just managed to bounce back again, and there were some really strong performances from every single member on the team.
Yeah, you can literally pinpoint each and every single member on the side of Barrage. All of them had individual highlight plays. Diva especially on this Akali had the, what was it, 4v1? Managed to get the double kill.
It was 5 members in the end who they brought in, but... Oh yeah, was it on the bot side, the 4v1?
Yeah, when they were on the...
And then bringing 5 members bot and still getting a kill there, just...
While his team gets the inhib, unbelievable stuff in this game. Like you were saying, fast wheels on the Blitzcrank, but also on the Shen had some great plays. Across this game, we have seen some awesome stuff out of Barrage. And honestly, what this says to me is, hey, this is a team that's here to play this season. This is a team that nobody can underestimate.
Yeah, and it looks like XL did. And they've paid for it with their spot in this tournament. So Barrage will go forwards, and we saw an exciting performance come out from Diabolus earlier. I am really hyped to see Barrage go up against Diabolus. I think that's going to be a great series to look forward to.
I'm willing to now put my hands up and say, hey, I totally underestimated Barrage. Even going into game number 3, I said, you know, XL are going to pick whatever. They're still just going to win. Was not the case.
I had faith. I said the power of friendship would prevail. And it did.
It did. It literally did.
Yeah.
I almost don't believe it, but man, what a performance coming out from Barrage. And XL, this is a full SMH from XL right here. They are going to be going home very down in the mouth, because that is not a result that team is expecting.
Not a result you'd want to have, especially coming off a great EU Masters. And yes, there's always going to be the argument they won't take this super seriously, but even so,
we've seen a best of 3 in a tournament.
Fnatic pick 5 assassins and still be M&M. You know, and M&M, arguably on paper, we're a stronger team than Barrage. Maybe not now, but we saw that last split, and yet Fnatic still beat them despite picking the 5 assassins. But here, XL, yes, it was a wacky draft, but they still tried in game and they weren't able to pull it off.
Well, let's take a look at where that leaves us as we glance over our bracket for the tournament. You can see that Barrage moved forward 2-1 against XL. And Diabolus managed to get the 2-0 against Demise earlier on today, which means our first semi-final will be Barrage up against Diabolus. That is not the way that I expected this bracket to look.
The big thing is that both Barrage and Diabolus came from that round 1. They've beaten teams who placed not way high in the case of Demise and Diabolus. In the case of XL Barrage, they've beaten teams who placed higher than them in the summer split, and they've overexceeded expectations already. So the fact that one of them can go even further than this, it'd be a massive journey to take.
I'm so excited to see how this bracket turns out now. Everything has been turned over. All of your expectations are now out of the window with the way that Barrage have been playing. We have the lower half of the bracket coming up for you guys tomorrow, and I cannot wait to see what those games are going to look like. Things like Envision versus Phelan, but it's a different Phelan roster. Wisdom's out. Pad, the coach as well, has moved away from that roster, but they've actually got Ferndog, very old school coach from the UK, who was an LEC coach for a little while as well. It's going to be a different roster, but still a very strong roster.
Yeah, absolutely. Because obviously, Wisdom was a massive part of that team and did contribute heavily. But the members still all stepped up despite that when they made that miracle run in the gauntlet. So I'm keen to see how that matchup goes because I think Envision could come out with some surprises. They definitely looked good in their week 1 performance with their changes. So could go either way. I think it's going to be a close one once again.
I'm really excited to see how that one's going to pan out tomorrow. It's certainly going to be an interesting day tomorrow. It's been a crazy day for us today. We can take a look at our social links as well, because obviously, in case you guys have missed any of the action across the course of today, you can find all of that good stuff online. And we want you guys to join the conversation as well online. So make sure you're getting in touch with us. Make sure you're checking out the VODs on YouTube. If you've just tuned in, first off, where have you been? But watch the VODs. They're going to be up on YouTube. LVP UK LOL if you've missed any of the action so far. We just witnessed Barrage upsetting XL 2-1. If you missed it, make sure you check it out. But also, follow us on Twitter as well. That's going to be LVP UK LOL. And it's hashtag Forge of Champions. There it is. There's the hashtag for you guys. You can see at LVP UK LOL there as well.
And also, we have our MVP from the last series, which is none other than Fast Wheels himself.
The absolute mad lad. Playing the Blitzcrank, playing the Shen. Exceptional performances. 5.2 KDA as well. Man, Fast Wheels. Just what a way to make a statement here in Forge of Champions. That's why this tournament is called Forge of Champions. Here to make a name for himself. So far, absolutely has.
Yeah, and the confidence to take that Blitzcrank, answer XL, answer their flexibility and go, I'm just going to pick something I can make plays on. And he did. So credit to him.
We'll forget about the Volibear game. We'll just pretend that one didn't happen. But the other 2 games, phenomenal stuff. That's going to be it from us today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're tuning in tomorrow as well. We'll be here 10 to 6 British time. Make sure you join us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Teenage runaways, watching every sunrise.
I try to hide my feelings inside. I step aside or outside. Wonder where you've been. Out there with your friends. Your cell phone all night long. get in my mind.